13 News at 4 begins with breaking news on this Friday. More news on that deadly plane crash we've been following all day in Anderson.
A captain with the Madison County Sheriff's Office tells us there are no survivors. It happened around 10 o'clock this morning, about a half mile from the Anderson Municipal Airport.
Our Samantha Johnson has been there all afternoon, and she joins us now live from Madison County. Sam, we know at least one person has been confirmed dead. Have you been able to learn how many others may have been on board?
Well, that's the big question right now. At least one confirmed, like you mentioned, but the original flight plan for this plane listed 4 people. So whether or not all 4 people got on board that plane is the big question this afternoon. I can tell you witnesses here at the scene told investigators they saw that plane flip over in the sky and then nosedive into this cornfield here behind us. So this is the center of the investigation now. This is just southeast of the airport. That plane, according to the Sheriff's Department, was flying in from Iowa. Now, we talked to a representative from the FAA who confirmed it was a small engine plane. Investigators say that plane was coming in too high, so it was circling around again when something went wrong and it crashed, bursting into flames. We talked to one woman who works nearby. She says she heard that plane and then called 911.
Well, we heard the plane go over the building. It didn't sound normal, but it was quick. And then there was the rattling on the building and the loud thud. It's terrible. It's terrible. I can't imagine who's getting that phone call today.
It is terrible. So as for what's happening right now, we know the FAA is on site from Peru. The NTSB is also en route from Chicago. Investigators say they know it's going to be a long process to figure out exactly what happened and who died in this tragedy. Now, it is important to mention from where we are this afternoon, we actually cannot see where that plane crashed, and that's just because of how tall the corn is in the field here behind us. We did have a viewer, though, that sent us cell phone video just moments after that crash. You can see the smoke still rising from that field. We'll have that video for you coming up tonight on 13 News at 5.
All right, Samantha Johnson reporting live in Anderson. Thank you so much.
Also in Anderson, disturbing allegations against a former school employee. She's accused of duct taping an 11-year-old student's mouth shut.
Stephanie Arteaga was fired from Anderson Intermediate School on August 30th, and our partners at the Anderson Herald Bulletin report that she's also accused of pulling the student's hair, sitting on her, and hitting her with a ruler. Now, she's charged with battery and could face up to 2.5 years in prison if convicted. We will have more of this on 13 News at 5. And the latest now on a shooting in Greenwood. Police say one person is in custody accused of shooting a man multiple times.
It happened early this morning at a home near West County Line Road and Meridian Street. That's where first responders found a 35-year-old man with injuries to his arm and leg. He is expected to survive. Greenwood police say the victim and the suspect know each other. Investigators are still working on the case. They're working with prosecutors to determine any possible charges. The Georgia teen who allegedly killed 4 people at his high school this week appeared in court for the first time this morning.
He faces 4 felony murder charges and will be tried as an adult. And his father now also faces charges. NBC's Dan Shinneman has the latest.
Accused school shooter Colt Gray in front of a judge for the first time.
In essence, you are charged with 4 counts of felony murder.
Prosecutors allege the 14-year-old killed 2 students and 2 teachers at Appalachia High School. His father, 54-year-old Colin Gray, also in court, also charged. 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children.
If you commit cruelty to children in the second degree that causes a death, that is second-degree murder. And so the 2 children that were killed would be the second-degree murder.
Law enforcement sources tell NBC News Colin Gray gave his son an AR-15 style rifle, the type of weapon used in Wednesday's shooting. Last year, when asked about online threats by authorities, Colin Gray said his son could use hunting rifles when supervised, but, quote, does not have unfettered access. In court, the families of victims sat quietly.
Everyone in this community is a victim. Every child in that school was a victim.
Families, a school, and a community changed by violence. Dan Shinneman, NBC News.
Well, let's get you a live look of live Doppler 13 radar here at this hour and get you ready for Operation Football games and outdoor plans here this evening. And as expected, that southeastern corner of the state has the little greater coverage and the stronger storms right now. One was fading near Seymour. You can see just to the north of North Vernon. Pretty hefty storms. Most of these are just going to produce some downpours, frequent lightning, and perhaps 40-mile-per-hour gust. It's just a few showers here. We'll take whatever rain we can get because this is our best shot over the next week. And then here comes the true front moving through the metro area as we speak. Dew points dropping almost into the 50s in Lebanon compared to a little bit muggier air to the south and southeast. So this is the zone that we'll be focusing on here the next couple of hours. Yesterday we almost hit 90 degrees. Today much cooler. The coldest air yet since April is in the forecast. We'll let you know how low we're going tonight coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Sean, thank you so much. Here's your check of traffic here at 4. This is a look at 465 at East 71st Street. Things are moving in both directions. We also have a second camera to show you. This is a look at I-65. This is at the north split. This is where I-65 and 70, split. And this is a shot looking west here. As you can see, things are moving there as well.
Aptly named.
Yes, this is why it's split. It splits. All right, on to more news. Weeks into the new school year, and some IPS students are enjoying a different way of learning.
They sure are. Our Anna Chalker looked into this. She gives us an inside look now at the renovated James Whitcomb Riley School.
This dance studio is just one of the many new additions inside James Whitcomb Riley School 43. And school leaders tell us while students will still have that traditional curriculum, the big focus is visual and performing arts.
The arts can heal, transform, and foster a creative thinking.
That's why the Indianapolis Public School District wanted to turn this elementary school into a performing arts school. The renovations are part of the district's Rebuilding Stronger referendum. When students walked in for the first day, they were able to use a new dance studio, black box theater, orchestra room, and new stage. Principal Chriselle Sam says students are already taking advantage of these new classes.
So what we see and what we feel in this space from our students, from our parents, and from our staff is truly joy and excellence. Everyone is engaged in the arts and finding ways to explore and to showcase their creativity.
In Indianapolis, Anna Chalker, 13 News.
The district tells us they spent $5.5 million for those renovations at School 43, and still ahead at 5 o'clock tonight, Anna will have a closer look at the school and how students will benefit specifically from this new curriculum.
And get ready, Colts fans. Our Indianapolis Colts kick off a brand new season this weekend against the Houston Texans, and we are all excited.
The weekend has finally come. It's here, and it's a home game. Gina Glaros is at Lucas Oil Stadium with what fans can expect this year.
There is a lot that's new this year here at Lucas Oil Stadium, starting with the field, this turf, brand new, different kind of organic material, coconut and some cork. I am joined by Stephanie Pemberton and our Indianapolis Colts, Whitney and Hunter. Great to have you guys getting ready for the season. An immersive experience. Oh, and Blue, an immersive experience for our fans.
Really, we do. We try to make every moment around game day special. We know that our fans are committing a lot of their time and money to come and be a part of game day, and so we want to make sure that it's special from the time that they park their car and experience Touchdown Town and walk into the stadium. So we work very hard in the off season to find ways to improve game day and to continue to make it really one of the top experiences in the NFL.
Fan feedback for you all is a biggie.
It's huge. We do surveys after each game and give fans the opportunity to tell us what went well, what didn't go well, and then we use that in between games as well as during the off season to really tweak some things, optimize, improve, and try to hone in those areas that we get the most feedback about.
We have to talk about this menu.
Yes, we've got a lot of new food and beverage options. We know that obviously everyone's here for the football, but everyone enjoys a cold beverage, a hot dog, a pretzel. But then we've also got some newer items this year that we're debuting as well, some more unique items. We've got a foot-long corn dog. We've got some loaded fries options where you can pick your different toppings to go on your fries. We've got some new barbecue options. So a lot of fun options for fans, again, all based on feedback that we get every year saying, hey, we want more options, local ingredients, and sustainability has also been a focus. So all of our concession cups this year are reusable and commemorative. So trying to continue to focus on sustainability and but also improving the fan experience.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies. And kickoff against those Houston Texans is 1 o'clock on Sunday. Touchdown Town opens at 10 o'clock. Reporting at Lucas Oil with Blue, Gina Galeros, 13 News.
All right, thank you, Gina. Want to get right to breaking news just into the newsroom. IMPD has released edited body cam footage from a May police shooting. The suspect did die in this shooting.
So it happened on Cavalier Court, which is near 38th, East 38th and Post Road. And we've learned that it all started as an armed carjacking at a gas station. So we have a team looking through this edited footage right now. We're going to have more on this on 13 News at 5.